What's up, fam? Check this out. Have you ever stopped to think about what goes on inside the mind of a genius? Imagine taking a tour through Albert Einstein's brain and discovering the secrets behind the ideas that turned him into a physics legend. Could there be any tips you can use to unlock your own potential? But before we dive in, I want to make sure you hit that like button now, because if I ask at the end, you might forget. So go ahead, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, because today I'm going to share the story of one of the brightest minds ever to walk the earth. Let's get into the video. Picture this. March 14, 1951, Princeton University. The world is about to see one of the most iconic photos in history. Einstein sticking out his tongue, an absolute classic. But what not many people know is that after this guy, who seemed to have a supercomputer for a brain, passed away, the story got even crazier. Did you know Einstein's brain was removed, studied, and sliced into 240 pieces? And contrary to what people thought, his brain didn't look all that extraordinary. Yep, what was behind that legendary brain might not be what you expect. Fam, check this out. Let's take a look at the massive impact of Einstein's discoveries. And no, he wasn't just dreaming up crazy theories while everyone else was acing math. Einstein's ideas changed the world in ways you wouldn't even believe. And trust me, we're not exaggerating. Remember the first time you heated up pizza in the microwave? Or when you stayed up all night gaming? Well, you owe a thank you to Einstein for that. Yep, you heard that right. The famous theory of relativity and the photoelectric effect he helped develop were key to creating the technologies that are now part of your everyday life. And without these discoveries, your life might not be as tech-savvy and convenient as it is today. Now, hold on to this. Einstein's theory of relativity isn't just some complicated formula that makes your physics teacher geek out. It's the foundation for how GPS systems work, for example. Believe it or not, those navigation apps you use to get to the party or the mall are possible thanks to Einstein's formulas. And this isn't just a fun fact, it's a huge example of how brilliant thinking can impact millions of lives around the world. Now, let's dive into this incredible guy's life. Get ready for a time travel adventure, because Einstein's story is more thrilling than a Hollywood blockbuster. Albert Einstein was born on March 14, 1879, in Ulm, Germany. Picture a baby with messy hair who had no idea he'd one day revolutionize the world of physics. The little guy started to stand out early on, but back then, many thought he was just another slow student. Einstein was simply saving his brilliance for a big moment. At 17, he entered the Polytechnic Institute of Zurich in Switzerland to study mathematics and physics. And guess what? He graduated in 1900 and completed his PhD at the University of Zurich in 1902. He was a science nerd with a charm that left everyone amazed. In 1905, he published 4 papers that were like an intelligence bombshell that blew up and changed the world of physics forever. Among his achievements, one of the most notable was in 1908 when he became a professor at the University of Bern. Imagine being in the same classroom as him. His students were practically blessed with knowledge. But Einstein's life wasn't all about books and formulas. He was a family man, married to Mileva Maric and father to 2 daughters, Liesl and Hallie. However, Einstein's family life had its fair share of storms and twists, which were also pretty impactful. The 1930s brought drastic changes. In 1933, with the rise of the Nazi regime in Germany, Einstein decided to leave his home country and move away. Europe was boiling with political and social tensions. The rise of the Nazi regime made Einstein's life unbearable. He was under constant threat and intimidation. So, like any hero in an action movie, he decided it was time to escape to a new battleground. Einstein landed in the United States and quickly established himself as one of the brightest minds in the country. He was invited to teach at Princeton University, where he became a central figure at the Institute for Advanced Study. And between us, this place isn't just any university, it's practically the Olympus of scholars, where Einstein could be alongside other intellectual giants. In his new American environment, he continued to expand his studies, focusing on topics like the theory of relativity and the photoelectric effect. But moving to the US wasn't just an academic shift, it was also a personal life change. He started to get involved in political debates, especially regarding nuclear security, and became an active voice in civil rights and world peace issues. Imagine the challenge of adapting to a new culture while still battling prejudice and personal challenges. Einstein navigated all of this with the same determination he used to solve his most complex equations, and guess what? This phase of his life brought some twists and turns that are as fascinating as his scientific discoveries. Einstein's life in the US wasn't just about equations and formulas, it was also about social and personal engagement. Einstein wasn't just a theoretical physicist. He played a crucial role in political and social issues, especially when it came to nuclear weapons. In 1939, he signed a letter to President Franklin D. Roosevelt warning about the potential of nuclear energy, a letter that helped kick off the Manhattan Project. But if you think that's all, get ready for more. In 1954, Einstein got involved in a collaboration with other scientists to publish a manifesto against nuclear weapons. He used his fame not just to shine on the science stage but also to fight for a safer world. The theory of relativity is probably his most famous achievement, transforming our understanding of space and time. But Einstein didn't stop there. His work on the photoelectric effect was so influential that it earned him the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921. This effect is the basis for solar panel technology and other advancements that you likely use every day. And let's not forget the most fascinating aspect of Einstein's life, his quirks. Did you know he had a peculiar aversion to wearing socks? That's right, he went barefoot all the time, saying he didn't want to waste time looking for matching pairs. Plus, his famously messy hair wasn't just a trademark but also a reflection of his laid-back lifestyle, focused on science rather than social conventions. On April 18, 1955, the world lost one of the greatest geniuses in history. Einstein passed away at 76, leaving a huge void in the world of science and in the lives of those who admired his brilliance. What's even more fascinating is how, even after his death, Einstein remained an enigma in many ways. Einstein left behind 3 children: Hans Albert, Eduard, and Liesl. His family also had to deal with the loss of a father and husband who wasn't just a scientific icon but also a complex and nuanced figure. His death was a global event, with tributes and honors coming from all corners of the world. But what happened next is even more intriguing. Scientists couldn't resist the temptation to study his brain. And that's where the story takes a more intriguing turn. Thomas Harvey, the pathologist who performed Einstein's autopsy, decided to remove and preserve his brain for future studies. This decision was controversial from the start. Einstein had made it clear that he didn't want his body used for research, which sparked an ethical and scientific debate that lasted for decades. The brain was initially cut into 240 pieces and sent out for analysis. However, early examinations didn't reveal anything particularly special about its structure. This led to a wave of speculation and questions. If Einstein's brain didn't have unique characteristics, what made him a genius? Later, in 1984, neuroscientist Marion Diamond studied fragments of the brain and concluded that environment and experience play a crucial role in brain development. She found that Einstein's brain had a higher number of glial cells, which support and nourish nerve cells. But ultimately, she argued that genius wasn't just a matter of brain structure. It was also influenced by external factors and life experiences. So, what did we learn from all this? That Einstein's genius can't be reduced to a simple biological question. It's a testament to how environmental factors and life experiences play a fundamental role in shaping human abilities. Although studying Einstein's brain didn't reveal a miraculous secret behind his intelligence, his life and contributions continue to resonate deeply. Einstein wasn't just a brilliant physicist, he was a symbol of how curiosity and perseverance can change the world.